All right, we're here for Saturday's video follow through, and we're kind of closing out the week in Matthew chapter 6, verse 10. Grab your Bibles, and such a great practice, right, to open this up and look and see what God's got for us. What's he going to say? Like, what's he got in store? And I want us to open up the Bible every day looking with those eyes. Say, all right, Lord, what's the plan? Like what are you going to teach me today? Because I think we got a big picture idea today. And we know what that phrase is, right? We hear it all the time. You got to look at the big picture, and often we'll say that when maybe we're looking at just one little aspect of our life, and we're not really seeing how everything fits together. Like somebody we're talking to, and they're just cranky with us, and they're just short, and they're nasty, and they say something, and again, you could focus just on what they said and how they responded, but if you look at the big picture, you might see that maybe they lost someone that they loved that day. Maybe they went to the doctor and they got a diagnosis that was bad. Maybe you got home and your wife had a horrible day, and you just want to focus on what they said to you. And how it affected you, instead of saying, okay, well, what's going on in their life? I mean, that's big picture where you're taking it all in. And I believe this is one of those big picture verses in Matthew 6, verse 10. He says, this is part of the Lord's Prayer. And it's that petition where it says, your kingdom come. So we're praying this. We're saying, God, this is our statement. And I was thinking about this when we were praying during church, right? When we're saying these words, it's like I'm saying, Lord, I want your kingdom, your rule in my life and in the lives of the people around me. I want that to dominate. That's a big picture. Could you imagine that? Lord, I want your reign to be what my life is about and the lives of my family and everyone else. I want your will to be done here on earth as it is in heaven. I mean, that's big picture. Saying like all your life where God is reigning and where everything is about his will. Because I know I can say with absolute certainty that God's will is done perfectly in heaven. There's no one wandering up there going, oh, what should I do? What's going to please the Lord? And, what would bring glory to him? I mean, no one's asking those questions in heaven. It's simply all about his glory. And why? Because they're with him face to face, 24/7, uninterrupted. And what we're saying is, Lord, we want to see that here. Lord, we want our lives to look like that now. Where every day, we're listen to this, we're getting to be living each moment under his rule, with our King, the King of the universe, with us. Have you ever thought about it that way? Like the King of the universe is your Father, and he loves you. He's your Father, and he sent his only Son to die for you, to give you life, and now brings you through Jesus into his family to rule in your heart. So when you pray the Lord's Prayer, not just this section, but the whole thing, pray it today and slow down at each one of those things. Think about what it means that he's your Father in heaven. Think about what it means to hallow his name, that his kingdom would come in your life and in the life of the world around you, right? That his will would be done here as it is in heaven. And each of the other ones, just pause for a moment. Hang on those words. Let them sink in. Ask, like, what might my life look like if I'm doing that? Because that's the point of the prayer. Not just to say it, not just to recite it. That's why we don't say, hey, let's recite the Lord's Prayer. No, we're praying it. And they're powerful words. It's how Jesus taught us to pray. So let's go to the Father today, that he would reign and that his will would be done here. And as people see our lives, they would get a little glimpse of what heaven might look like, because God is with us. Have a great Saturday, and we'll see you tomorrow morning as we get together and we're going to do week 2 of our Recalculating series. See you then.